It's Edward Roski, and I'm asking good questions. So, what does it mean when your employer pays you in the thing that is supposed to replace you? At GTC last week, Jensen Huang announced that Nvidia engineers will receive an annual token budget on top of their salary. What an amazing perk, worth roughly 50% of their base pay. For a senior engineer making 500,000, that is 250,000 in AI compute credits. Huang told reporters he is deeply alarmed if that engineer doesn't consume every token. That is a direct quote, not mildly concerned, not keeping an eye on it, deeply alarmed. His vision for Nvidia over the next decade is 75,000 humans coordinating 7.5 million AI agents. That is a 100-to-1 ratio. Tamaz Tunguz, a venture capitalist who tracks this remarkably closely, ran the math on his own usage. He went from spending $200 a month on inference to 100,000 plus annualized in 2 quarters. He argues engineers need to demonstrate 8x productivity gains to justify that 100K token budget, and he's proposing a new metric: productive work per dollar of inference. OpenAI engineers are already asking about inference budgets in their job interviews. Levels.fyi now lists Copilot subscription as a compensation line item. 42% of senior AI specialists receive more than half their compensation through non-cash channels like equity, and now we're going to add to it tokens. The industry is calling this the fourth pillar of compensation. I've been in finance long enough to recognize a productivity target wearing a bow tie and a tuxedo. A token budget is a quota in disguise. When a company funds 250,000 in compute on your behalf and calls it compensation, what they've done is set up an implicit expectation. You need to produce at least several engineers worth of output, probably more. Nvidia is eating its own chips here. Chip dog food. Each new generation of their Vera Rubin infrastructure reduces the cost per token, so the real dollar cost declines even as the nominal credit stays constant. The skepticism wave has hit over the last couple of days. Engineers are pointing out that tokens inflate apparent compensation without actually increasing cash or equity or anything they could actually sell. But more importantly, there are hidden productivity expectations baked in. And the question that nobody in HR wants to answer, well, if computer is doing the work, how many humans coordinate it? Token budgets don't vest, they do not appreciate, they won't show up in your next offer negotiation the way equity does. When a company's token spend per employee starts approaching that employee's salary, then the CFO's question becomes rather unavoidable. How many humans do we actually need? I've sat across from CFOs for 25, well, let's be honest, 30 years. The ones who get quiet in meetings are the dangerous ones. I once watched a CFO respond to a headcount request with 30 seconds of complete silence. And then he said, your budget is approved, but your headcount is denied. No further explanation. Still have no idea what was going on in his head. Tungas has the right framing. Productive work per dollar of inference. But when the finance team starts modeling that metric, the headcount conversation rather quickly ends. Because what happens to an engineer's leverage in salary negotiations once their employer can price their output by the token and start asking if they really need as many engineers? Well, until next time, keep asking good questions.